Alright, Dad, I'm going to start with the filter. Here's the filter. It comes down through these pipes. It comes out down this pipe, goes through here, through the back. There's a little sock filter back there with charcoal. And then it comes through here and stays in this compartment. This blue thing right here is called a protein skimmer. It sucks in air right here, and it creates little micro air bubbles, and all the inorganic material gets floated up by the air bubbles into this collection cup. And you can see there's a bunch of little air bubbles. I just emptied it this morning, but it gets full to about right there. Then that little bag right there is a phosphate remover, and this is just a circulating pump. This right here is live rock. It has all kinds of bacteria on it that filters out the nitrates and phosphates and nitrites. This little black piece separates this green algae that is in the back here. The green algae feeds off of phosphates, and as that grows, it reduces the phosphates in the display tank. Then it comes through this little sponge, goes down into here, and then there's a bunch of live rock, and there's a pump right here, and it pumps it back up, and this controls the flow. If there were ever a power outage, this is a valve that it's like a diode. It only lets one water out this way and not back that way. So it comes back up through there and then goes right up to the tank. This bucket is filled with fresh water, so that when the water, there's about a gallon of water that evaporates each day, and this little float right here, when the float reaches a certain level, there's an automatic pump that pumps it through this tube and goes around and right in back into there, so it keeps the constant water level. That's important because the salinity will rise as the water evaporates. Then up top you have some corals, some fish, some live rock, another fish, that's a tang, some black Nemo fish, and then that big piece back there is a big coral. I got a red blastose coral right there. There's a snail, and then here's the anemone that the fish, the Nemo fish go in. There's another coral. There's a sea urchin back there. The sea urchin just floats around and cleans up little stuff. There's a coral. These are the SPS corals, the ones that look like cactus. That one and that one. And this big one, cacti. They eat a lot of calcium and alkalinity, so I have to dose calcium and alkalinity. There's a big red coral back there. And then these little guys are a bunch of little polyps, and they grow pretty big. Here's a big coral a friend of mine gave to me. And then this guy is a little feather duster. He basically is a filter feeder and just takes out little particles that don't need to be in there. And there's some more polyps back there. And here's a little fish that just hops around. He's kind of funny on top of that green coral. And in the back, you can't see him. Maybe you can. There's some tentacles back there. If you see the tentacles, it's called a red flame scallop. It has a lightning bolt of electricity that goes across its mouth, and it lights up like neon lightning bolts. And then here's a new fish that I just got today. This guy, if you can see how there's green on the sand under here because there's a little bit of algae that grows, and this new fish will basically run all of that sand through his gills and eat the algae and keep it clean. Then there's a little crab back there. I have a cool crab, but I don't know where he is. he's an actual crab that you'd see at the beach or something. But yeah, here's my fish tank. It's pretty big.
Only
It's
half the size of our
65
living
gallons. There's a cool little orange Anthea fish. And that's it.